Folks, if you haven't heard about Anchor, it's the easiest way to make a podcast. I'll explain. Number one, it's absolutely free. Means you don't pay a dime out of pocket. Number two, you can use creation tools to record and edit your podcast right from your phone or computer, like I'm doing with my phone. Number three, if you want to hear it on multiple platforms, Anchor can do that for you. So you can hear it on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, among others. And the thing is, you can make money without anybody listening. As little as that. And everything you need to do is to make a podcast is all here. To get started, please download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started. You'll be glad you did.
We were in this spot about an hour and a half ago at halftime. And it was different. And we had to sort some things out. But more than anything, we had to believe. When I promise you, no one else believed. No one. And it wasn't perfect in the second half. All kinds of adversity. And the way we played for each other. Defense got the stops. Special teams made plays. Offense went down the field and scored. And you believed. And you played like you knew. And we took the pressure of all the other stuff in the first half. And you set that aside. And you played for each other. Because no one here had to do it by themselves. How cool is that? How cool are the guys you got a chance to play with? That's a real team. That's a real team. We got a lot of stuff that we got to fix. We know it. But I'm telling you, but if we got this, then this is special. And I'm gonna say this, and I'm about done. Do not take this for granted, because this is special. Coaches have been doing this for a long time. Don't come across teams that got what you guys have right now. It just don't happen like that. There's something special right here. There's something special here, and that special thing right now has gone to 6-1.
Good morning. You just heard Manny in the locker room post-game after the 44-41 win up in Raleigh against NC State. I'm going to give you my thoughts. First half, we committed 8 penalties for 77 yards. Second half, we cleaned that up for 24. But still, 12 penalties for 101 yards last night. Against a good team, as we saw against Clemson early in the year, that's not going to get it done. But wow. If you could sum it up in one word, wow. Second half, defense stepped up when they had to. Made a play. This team did not quit last night at all. This team did not quit. And I commend this team for that, without question. Now, let's look at a couple things I felt we had to do. I felt we didn't do last night. If you look at a couple of things, I felt there were things there that it could have gone a lot of ways. We made Bailey Hockman look like the second coming of Joe Montana. But when we had to step up, we did. The defense came up big when it had to. In fact, I saw a stat in the fourth quarter. 213-6. We outgained North Carolina State in the fourth quarter. 213-6. That is just absolutely amazing. We did not turn the ball over last night, which was very good. We had 30 first downs. And we got the chain out when it was needed most on Carolina State's final drive. If you see a couple things that we could have, like I said, could have gone either way, but this team found a way to win. Last night, Derek King saved our season. The defense saved our season. But I gotta tell you, like Manny said in that speech to the team, there are a lot of things we have to clean up, penalties being one of them. I also didn't like the fact that we allowed 131 yards rushing and 279 yards passing. Guys, like I said, against a good team, that ain't, like we saw against Clemson early in the year, that ain't going to cut it. We were good on third downs, but we've got to do a better job of getting off the field on third downs. 7 for 12. We allowed NC State to convert 7 of 12 third down conversions. That's got to change. Defense allows 410 yards. Our offense gets 620. But my God, the penalties have to stop. We've got to cut those down. But at the end of the day, the most important thing we got was the win. And that's the most important thing. Now I'm going to give out the report card. Offense, I'm going to give an A. Reason I do that is I felt we converted 7 for 16 on third down. Came up big in big moments on offense. And we did not turn the ball over. We did not turn the ball over. And that's a key. Defense, I'm going to give a C. Reason I'm doing that is because North Carolina State converted 7 of 12 on third downs. We allowed 410 yards total offense to them. And we allowed Bailey Hockman, their backup quarterback, to go 20 of 29 for 279 yards. But when we had to make a play, the defense came up large in that situation. We got to do a better job against the run. We allowed 131 yards of rushing last night. You got to do a little better there. Got to do better there. Special teams, I'm going to give a C. We allowed the long kickoff return after we score. I felt we had a punt go in the end zone there from Louis there, but more often than not, gotta think Jose came up, bailed us out again when we needed it to. Now, special teams last year loses this game for us. Special teams last night came up big when it had to. But I am going to give it a C on special teams. We could do better there. Now I want to give out the game balls. Time to give out my game balls. My first game ball is going to go to Derek King. 31 of 41. 430 yards. 5 touchdowns. 0 picks. Also 15 carries. 105 yards. Simply put, ladies and gentlemen, Derek King saved our season last night. Like I said, last year, we don't win that game. This year we did. Thank God we have Derek King. Second game ball is going to go to Mike Harley. 8 receptions, 153 yards, 2 touchdowns, including the game winner. What can you say about this guy? This guy has stepped up when he's had to make plays. He's done it. My third game ball is going to go to Mark Pope. And he's been taking a lot of criticism. But 6 for almost 100-yard game for Noodles last night. 6 for 97 and a touchdown. And let's remind everybody, we were shorthanded in this game. 11 players out due to either testing positive for COVID or being around someone that had COVID. So, and that's a big deal. My fourth game ball, I would think I could go a couple ways with that, but I'm going to give it to DJ Ivey. Yeah, he only had one tackle, one solo tackle, but he had the big INT to snuff out Carolina State's final drive, and they didn't get the ball back after that. The chain, he wore the chain, and he needed to in a big spot. And wow, defense comes up big when it had to. DJ Ivey came up big when he had to. Well, theoretically, I could give my fourth game ball to the entire defense, who stepped up in the fourth quarter when they only allowed 6 yards total offense to NC State in the fourth quarter. So, we're 6-1. 24-hour, we enjoy this until tonight. Come tomorrow, turn the page on to Virginia Tech. It's a great win, guys. It's a great win. Great to be a Miami Hurricane today. Win or lose, go Canes.